Hello and welcome to the Worst Art channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Chris Ripper, and I can't art. Okay, we're trying a new thing today. I'm going to record with my face as well as recording right over here with my notebook. So we'll see if it all comes out. I don't know. You'll be able to tell before current me can tell who's recording this because, well, that sort of breaks the space-time continuum a little, but you know what I mean. The me who is recording this right now does not know if it all works out, and the you who is watching it, of course, does. All right, here we are. So I figured that I would do a bit of a Perspectember wrap-up. This is the first theme month I have attempted, and I do think that it was completely worthwhile. I think I got a lot out of it. I don't know if that's going to be apparent in the actual sketches, and there was a period in the middle of the month where I stopped sketching in the notebook that I bought for Perspectember and was sketching in other things. So for the purposes of this video, that is super inconvenient. It made sense at the time, but ends up being super inconvenient. So we will see. I'm going to now turn to start my phone camera recording and we'll see what happens. Okay, here we go. So 1st of September, I did 4 sketches of the same picture. One without lifting my pencil or looking at the page, one where I was trying to represent it relatively accurately, one where I was doing a very loose job because I thought that was kind of interesting to play with, and then the final one, which was attempting to be just sort of what I'd learned from the others. I did the same thing the following day with a picture of a pub, I think in Dublin, Ireland. That's the... I've just moved my camera, God help us. The better one there. And then the same one again with a bridge. That's when I realized that I needed to stop trying really ambitious things and go back to basics. So then I started doing just basic perspective boxes and letters, the interior of a room, not a real room, a room that I literally copied from someone on YouTube because I just couldn't get this stuff at all. A window, and then because it was not going well, I was trying to do a box of some sort and I didn't manage it. I ended up drawing what I called a benevolent sky turtle. I think it was trying to be an airplane. It was not. This is probably the first street scene that I did that I thought was relatively decent. There's buildings, there's a very bad car, but I thought that went okay. I'm trying to do circles in perspective, which I find really difficult. Actually, I think this was circles, trying to come up with circles that look like circles, even if you're not actually using a sort of circle to base them on. All right, this is from a Jazza tutorial, and I could not get it. So it's like going up its platforms. I worked on this for, I think, 2 hours and erased the paper's actually really rough from being erased so much, but I couldn't figure it out. No idea what this picture was, but there was an archway, sort of a tunnely thing with a building over it, and then buildings on either side. There's some lamp posts that actually carried through, and then some things on the bottom that carried through, so that was really cool. And some cobblestone. It was a lot of fun to work on. I think I did a speed painting of it. This is, as it says, Washington Square Park. I thought maybe I would do a little bit better drawing something I'd actually seen in real life and had a feel for. I don't know if that's true, but I did end up really liking this picture. I'd never drawn people either, so that was a lot of fun. Broke some rules. They don't look great, but you know, new things. I draw my folding shades that are behind me a lot because they're my walls of my bedroom, and also just they're really good for perspective. I couldn't draw anything that even resembled them before, so it's good now that I can. I have no idea if this is actually kind of showing up, but it is. I was sitting on my deck talking to my brother who was on his deck, and we were just kind of chatting, and I thought I would draw a little bit. More with the folding shades. This is Blakey, who really does look that big, though she, I think, is probably not. Dresser, blankets, you know, like things that are happening. And I'm really proud of that one, actually. I think that looks pretty good. And this is the last one that I did. And it's like a 3-tiered thing, and it had plants in it, though I didn't draw the plants. I was just trying to get kind of the tiers, but they didn't end up looking like they dispersed well. They didn't look like they were evenly spaced. So I don't know if that was just based on my perspective was off or what the deal was, but there's that. This I'm going to be kind of careful with because it's got a lot of writing in it, but it's when I started drawing in my everyday notebook. So I just would draw things that I was looking at. So notebook and Kindle and phone and glasses, that kind of thing. I also really enjoyed drawing. This is a power pole that I look at all day, every day. I can see it from where I'm sitting right now. And so I took it in my head to draw that, and I really loved how it came out. I think, as I jolt the camera, I didn't realize, I don't think, that drawing everyday objects could be so interesting, and I was absorbed in that one. And this is just something I did today. I just drew myself drawing. I'm kind of thinking about working on hands at some point, but right now they're pretty bad. So yeah, that is Perspectember in review. I just realized that the camera is in the shot, or rather my phone is in the shot. So it goes. Perspectember in review, and I really, as I said earlier, I feel pretty solid about it. I can draw much better in perspective now than I could a month ago, and that was my main goal for this month. So I feel good about it, and I feel good about doing other theme months and trying to develop specific skills. So there you have it. Tune in. Next month is Inktober, so we'll be doing some ink. And if you have any ideas for theme months, let me know in the comments because I am so open to it. There you have it. Happy end of Perspectember to you. Bye.